Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure wave. Here we have the final figure of the wave. Before we get to the Build-A-Figure, here we have the future Ant-Man, Dr. Zayn Asghar. I don't really know how to pronounce the last name. He's from the year 2549, where they can travel. Time travel has been invented. And this is an interesting figure. I actually really like the design of it. But this is it. This is the figure. It's super plain. It is the Spider-Man 2099 body mold, so you just get some painted deco on here. It looks good. I like it. I actually do like the figure. The problem I have with it, he doesn't come with a single damn thing. No hands, nothing. And I thought... and I'm just not remembering correctly or didn't pay attention enough, you know, when it was first revealed. But no extra hands, and I thought he was at least going to have extra hands. The only extra hand we get is the one for Cassie Lang, because we have here the right arm and hand to the Cassie Lang Build-A-Figure, so we'll throw this off to the side. We have all the pieces for Cassie Lang. The next video after this one will be the Build-A-Figure video. But we're going to get into Dr. Zayn Asghar. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it is the future Ant-Man, again, from the year 2549. So looking at the front of the package, you see Ant-Man there. Side artwork, we have all the figures. We've gone through all of them now. We're on to the future Ant-Man. You can see on the back of the package, he doesn't come with any accessories, and I totally thought he did. But clearly, I was wrong. Accessories would have been nice. Hands would have been nice. At the very least, hands would have been nice. We didn't get them. But here we go. Let's take a look at it. The helmet is actually pretty cool. I'm digging the helmet. Again, I like the deco, but man, I just really wish he had some accessories. Something. Just something. Anything. Something. Anything. Just open hands. I would have been cool. A little blaster or whatever would have been cool. But nah. Nothing. Okay, so here's a closer look at the future Ant-Man. So on top of my head, there's like some scuffs or something. Not that big of a deal. So no issues with the paint. We get a nice silver paint here that kind of looks like an ant's like mouth. We get this little plastic antenna. It's soft, so they're not really going to break off, but I would still be very weary about that. A little bit of yellow paint on the sides of the helmet there, and as you can see, it is very like ant-shaped head, so you can get to look out. I don't know exactly where he looks from. I don't know if the lenses are just part of the helmet and you can't really see, or how that works, but I'm digging the helmet design for sure. And then the costume design I like. So we get these circles in here, and there's a little bit of yellow gradient paint in there to kind of give it a glowing look. Same over here, but this is where it sucks. Pinned, because this is the Spider-Man 2099 body. The legs, I get, no problem. They're all black, no big deal, right? But here we see we're missing deco because of the pin. Inside is no big deal, but it's the outside. It's like, this is why we should go pinless, because we're missing paint deco there. And this is one of the examples where it sucks when they reuse and we don't get the stuff. It's pretty minimal, yes, but it's the fact that we're missing out on it when there's the pinless out there and we don't get it. That just really, really sucks, and it's just cheap and lazy, in my opinion. I don't know how budgeting and all that works, but I think at this point, for the most part, we should get better. We get those same circle designs there on the back, same with the white and yellow gradient paint on there to give it a glowing look. That is really cool. I like that we can continue on with the red paint, at least when you use the ab crunch. And that's it, just all black, and then the design on the arms and the upper torso, and then the helmet. So now let's go ahead and check out his articulation, which is going to be good because it is the Spider-Man 2099 body, one of the best bodies they have, but it is quickly becoming overused for sure. I still think it's a good body. It still holds up really well, but we see it so much now, it's starting to really lose, what at first had made it special, in my opinion. But, hopefully Vulcan body will become more and more used. Like this figure would have been awesome on the Vulcan body because we would have been pinless, so we're not losing deco on the arms and stuff like that. So it's just a little unfortunate, but let's go move to the articulation now. Okay, so future Ant-Man, he can look all the way down, he can look all the way up as well. And when you get that hinge and the fact that just the helmet itself on that ball peg can kind of get a lot of motion there. So you can get a lot of pivot and things like that. Full rotation, of course, but you do get some nice pivot in there, which is quite nice. The shoulders, you can get the arms to go straight on out like so. You get full rotation in there, which these butterflies, sometimes it makes it hard to do that, but you get the full rotation. We do have the butterfly joint, so you can get the arm to go back so far, and then cross body, you can get the arm to go across the body like so, which is good. You get the upper bicep swivel there, double jointed pinned elbow like so, good solid bend, wrist swivel, and they do hinge, standard horizontal hinge on the fists, and no swappable hands, because all he came with was a whopping nothing, just to build the figure part, of course. He can crunch forward that much, which is pretty good. He can crunch back that much, which is really good. The red paint continues in the front as well, which is nice. Waist swivel in there. Legs go out that far apart. He can kick forward very high. Leg doesn't really go back. You got upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed pinless. No, pinned knee. Damn, see, I just want to say pinless so bad, but it is a pin knee. But nice bend there. Calf swivel. Foot hinges all the way down. You get a little bit of hinge up. Ankle pivot pegals at the bottom of the feet. One thing that they did at least was they painted the red on the bottom of the foot, but he should have actually had the circle designs on there. I don't know that it's very often that Hasbro would paint the bottom of a shoe aside from just the entire sole. But there's like the imprints in there, and the deco probably wouldn't have worked out. And how often are you going to have his foot up? I guess sometimes you could, but it's a missed opportunity there on the costume design too for the bottom of the feet. I mean, just standing around and doing stuff would probably mess up the paint anyway, but you know, it's just one of those things. But again, moves really good body, just becoming overused now in my opinion. You guys let me know if you think the same. Okay, so we have a couple of different eras of Ant-Man. We got Hank Pym, Scott Lang, and Zayn Asghar. Man, somebody's gonna have to show me, like, spell it out, sound it out, how it's pronounced, because I know I'm definitely butchering it. But there we go. I can't wait till we get the Astonishing Ant-Man figure, the Target exclusive. It's going to be an update. I can't remember off the top of my head if it's going to be the Spider-Man 2099 body, which it probably is going to be. I can't remember if it was a pinless figure or not. Or if it was maybe on Spider-Man Retro body. Probably not. It's probably this one here. But then it's definitely going to look nice when you have all three of them lined up. Because, you know, this one just doesn't look as nice when you compare it to these other two. And the Scott Lang one, you know, I really like it. I think it was definitely underrated at the time that it came out. Maybe that's just my opinion. I don't really remember, you know, kind of at the time what people thought of it. But man, it still holds up as a really good looking figure. And then when you see all these Ant-Mans together, they're kind of nice, except for this one. When we get the Target exclusive, it'll look really nice. But you guys let me know, which is your favorite version of Ant-Man? Hank Pym, Scott Lang, Eric O'Grady. Oh, Black Ant! Hold on. Okay, so here we go. We have all the Ant-Mans now. This was the Walgreens exclusive Eric O'Grady Ant-Man that I completely forgot. So when you look at them all together, they all look really cool. They all have the kind of the black and red theme. Hank Pym, not as much. He didn't quite get the memo to match. But yeah, there are our comic Ant-Man figures. God, I can't believe I forgot him. Yeah, so I don't know if I realized that these were like complete repaints of each other. Did not realize at the time. It's been so long since both of these figures have released. Even the Scott Lang is quite old at this point. And, you know, at least we get this one, and then that Astonishing Astonishing Ant-Man will be coming out. So you guys let me know in the comments below, which is your favorite version: Hank Pym, Eric O'Grady, Scott Lang, or Zayn. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay, so here is the entire wave minus the Build-A-Figure. We got Kang the Conqueror, Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp, Scott Lang, Ant-Man, future Ant-Man comic figure. We have the 4 comic figures, Ultron, Crossfire, and Egghead, along with the Zayn future Ant-Man figure. So you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Ant-Man figure? I think it's actually really nice. The biggest problem is no accessories, and you know, it sucks that we don't have pinless elbows at the very least. The knees don't bother me. It's the elbows where we're missing it, you know, on the outside. We're missing a little bit of the deco because of that. But other than that, I think it's actually a really solid release. I'm excited for Cassie Lang to build that. We definitely get some solid comic figures in my opinion, but I would like to know yours, so let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU collective. And as always, thank you for watching.